Hi guys, it's Carol with a K, makeup artist and beauty expert with IC Artistry. Thank you for visiting my beauty channel. I hope you will come back and visit often, and please remember to hit that subscribe button so you can follow all of the videos and tutorials that I'll be putting up. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about choosing the correct shade of foundation for your skin tone. A lot of people have a lot of trouble trying to find out what the right color is for their skin. So I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to determine what that is so that you can get the perfect color every time. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to determine what the undertones are in your complexion. And there are basically two, either cool or warm, or you could be neutral. So I guess there's basically three, warm, cool, or neutral. Quick way to determine which one you are is if you think about the kind of jewelry that your skin looks best in. If it is silver, then you're a cool. If you tend to look best in gold, then your undertones are more warm. And if you feel like you look equally as good with your skin tone in either gold or silver, then you're probably a neutral, which means that you can that you have aspects of both undertones in your skin, but you just can't go too far one way or the other. You can also look at the inside of your wrist if you don't wear jewelry. Look at the inside of your wrist, and no matter what your skin tone is or how deep or fair your complexion is, you can generally kind of see the veins a little bit on the underside of your wrist. If you can see more green veins, then you're more of a warm undertone. If you see a little bit more of a bluish tone to your veins, then you are more of a cool. And if you can see a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, or it kind of looks like they're mixed, then you guessed it, you are a neutral undertone. Now, knowing what your undertones are very important in choosing the right foundation shade, because you want the color not only to match your complexion, but you want it to match your undertones. Sometimes you'll start out with a color that matches about the right shade of your skin tone, but then you put it on and it doesn't look right. And oftentimes that's because you're cool and you're trying to match with a warm, or you're warm and you're trying to match with a cool undertone. So basically, cooler undertones have a little bit more of like a pinky look to them. Warmer undertones have a little bit more of a yellow undertone to them when you're looking at them in the bottle. For deeper skin tones like myself, you want to look for something that's more on the golden orange. If you are more of a warm undertone, or if you're on the cooler side, you want something that has a little bit of more of kind of almost a bluish undertone to it in a deep shade of foundation. So when you're choosing your foundation, it's best to match the color on your jawline. Here at the jawline is where our skin tone tends to be the most even. So that's where you want to try to match your color. And you never want to buy a foundation or a powder unless you can actually try it on your skin, because it can be kind of deceiving when you're looking in the bottle at it. So what you want to do is to find at least 3 colors that you think might match your skin tone. And you want to try those on and just kind of strike them right on this jawline. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is one shade, that's a lighter. That's kind of a medium tone, and this one is a little darker. I don't know how well you can see that. So next what you want to do is just to kind of blend them out, and you can use your finger to do this and determine which one looks the best against your skin tone. And the one that seems to disappear is going to be the one that generally works the best with your undertones. Once you determine what color works best on your complexion, then you're going to go ahead and apply it. And I recommend using a foundation brush when you do that. And I'm going to be using just the traditional foundation brush. This one is also from Chanel, but you can use any type of a foundation brush that you like. And I like doing it kind of going in strokes that are kind of going up and down, side to side. You don't want to go in long, sweeping brush strokes, because that's what gives you more of an unnatural finish with your foundation. Perfection, practice make perfecto, flaws inception. So when I flow, it's right on schedule. Premeditated. And when you're choosing your concealer color, you want to use the same guidelines that you do when you're choosing your foundation color. You also just want to keep in mind how full of a coverage you want for your concealer. If you don't have very dark circles or a lot that needs to be covered around the eyes, you can go with something a little more sheer. If you have deep dark circles or a lot of discoloration under the eye area, then you want to use something that has what's called more of a full coverage. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to apply some powder. And one of my very favorite powders is this one from MAC. This is a Studio Fix. Again, this is in N9 is the color that I use. And I like the N9 because it's a very, very neutral undertone. And sometimes with African American skin, you can get a lot of red or you can get a lot of orangey undertones. And the N9 is more of a neutral kind of a shade. So it doesn't give me too much of any. Now before you put your foundation on, you can use what's called a foundation primer. You don't have to use one, but a lot of people like to use one underneath their foundation. And basically what that does is it helps the foundation to go on more smoothly and evenly. It helps to cover up any fine surface lines that you might have on the skin. It also helps with enlarged pores, just to give that smooth, even canvas for your foundation to go on top of. I wanted to show you a couple of my favorites. My very favorite is this one from Smashbox. This is their Photo Finish Primer. In its original formula, it is oil-free. It helps to keep your foundation on all day and maintains that matte look, so it's great if your skin is oily. Another one of my favorite primers is from Laura Mercier. It's called Primer Radiance, and it helps to give a luminous, healthy glow to your skin underneath your foundation. They actually just came out with a Primer Radiance in bronze for us brown skin girls, which I absolutely love. And then the last one is from Napoleon Curtis, and this is their Autopilot primer. It's got chamomile and vitamin E, so it helps to smooth out the texture of the skin and prep it for the foundation, but it's also very healthy for your skin as well. So that was a little bit about how to apply your liquid foundation powder concealer. I also did want to mention that if you prefer using a powder foundation, like a mineral-based type of a powder, one of the best that I have found out there is from Valana Minerals at ValanaMinerals.com. She actually makes a beautiful foundation that gives a flawless coverage and can match any skin tone from the fairest of the fair to the deepest of dark chocolate. The neat thing about this brand is that you can also order it in different shades, like little sampler pack. So if you're not exactly sure what color you think you might be, you can get about 5 or 6 of them, and then you can try them out before you actually purchase a large one. So I think that's really great. So anyway, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please feel free to leave me comments or questions here or on any one of my pages, and I hope you come back and visit often. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, stay beautiful.
You my black Madonna. I think about you all the time, you like a reminder. I remember you used to want to be my best friend, but hate to think of all the girls I'll be sexting.